Hello, welcome back from your winter break. I hope you guys had a fantastic vacation. I certainly really enjoyed having all that time off, but I'm also really super excited and enjoying being with you guys today. So, especially because I've got this really great activity for us to do. We're going to pick up where we left off on poetry. And if you don't remember exactly what the heck we mean when we're talking about poetry, all of us teachers, don't worry about it. When this lesson's over, I want you to go back into the slides, and you're going to see this slide right here. And if you just hit play on it, it'll give you a little refresher on what poetry is, okay? But today we are going to be working on taking an old poem, a poem that we have written before, and we're going to rework that poem. So you are going to need today a pair of scissors, probably a glue stick or some tape. At the very least, you'll need a pencil and a piece of paper. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys a second. Make sure that you've got that stuff. If you need to put me on pause to go get those materials, scissors, glue, paper, an old poem, and a pencil, don't worry about it. Go ahead, put me on pause. I'll wait for you. Are you back yet, guys? I hope so. So let's take a look today at this really fun way to change our line breaks, okay? So the very first thing I'm going to need to do that is a poem, and it can be an old poem, that'd be the fastest. Or if you don't have one of those available, you can always write something super quick. I'm going to take my old poem, My Polish, and I'm going to go ahead and let me read this poem to you like I had it originally, okay? So it says, My polish, silver and sparkle for the new year. Even when I'm washing the dishes, my polish flashes and shines like soap bubbles. Light at the tips of my fingers brings delight. That was the poem that I had written originally. Now, I'm not sure that I really love it, so I'm actually going to do something crazy. I'm going to cut it up. Watch this. Okay, guys? So what I did was I made a second copy of my poem. All right? And I did that just in case when I'm all done, I don't like what I did as much as my original. I want to make sure that I've got a copy of my poem to go back to. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut off this extra strip on the end like this. I don't need any of this extra paper today, so I'm going to get rid of all of it. So everything is going to go that's on the edges that's extra. Okay, so I don't need any of that anymore. Now, I'm going to take it and I'm going to cut out each line. Just like this. Kind of like I'm underlining my poem with my scissors, right? But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make sure that I've got each one of my lines of my poem cut out separately like this. Okay. It'll just be one more minute. Thanks for being so patient with me, guys. Don't work on doing this yet. I want you to wait until the end of the lesson to work on your own poem. Let's just, so you can see what I do each step of the way. All right, so I'm going to take my first version that I have here, I'm going to set that right here so I can see it. Now that I have all of my line breaks, all of my lines cut out like this, I can go ahead and start to kind of rearrange them. So I'm going to just lay them out first so I can see everything. I'm not even going to bother putting them in order, and I'm going to just see what words stand out to me. Okay. Oop. Silver and sparkle, flash and shine. Yeah, I like those two. So I kind of want to put those maybe up. Maybe I'm going to put those up towards the beginning of my poem. But I want to make sure people know what I'm talking about, so I'm going to put that My Polish bit in there first. Let's see. Oh, brings delight. That's another important part. Lights at the tips of my fingers. Like that part, and ooh, I think that is, I kind of like that poem right there. But you guys, the super fun part of working this way is that you can keep rearranging your pieces. You might even want to cut out one word that seems really important to you. Like, I'm really thinking about that word silver, and I think I want that to be on a line all of its very own. So I'm going to cut it out and put it up there. But you're going to see. So what did I do? I took a poem and I made a copy. Then I cut out each line and put it back together a couple of different ways. You can see, here's two examples for you right here where I just played around with the way that the words were. Pretty soon though, I'm going to have to decide on one final way. And when I do decide on my final way, I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to glue my words down on my page. And if I'm feeling really proud and really good about what I just did, I might even illustrate it too. In fact, I think I'm going to do that right now, guys. You'll have to check out the slideshow to see how it turned out at the end. I've got some things here to help make some extra sparkle in my illustration. I can't wait to show you. Now it's going to be your turn to try, okay? So you're going to find a poem that you've written. If you can't find a poem that you've written, I want you to try to go ahead and work on one today. When you've finished it, copy it out onto a second piece of paper. Then take your trusty scissors, cut it out, and put it back together at least two different ways before you decide on the way you like the best. And when you've done that, go ahead and glue it down. And don't forget to maybe draw an illustration to go along with it. Guys, I hope you have so much fun working on your poetry today and rearranging your line breaks. I know that I'm going to have a great time finishing mine up and adding some illustrations to show you. Can't wait to talk to you guys tomorrow and see what amazing things you've done with your poems. Have a great day. Bye.